Hello everyone. I've been away, haven't I? I've been pretty absent. Crazy busy trying to build up mine and my friend Mark's business. Yeah, it's doing really well. We're really just loving it. Doing electrical installs on camper vans and motorhomes, and we're loving it. So yeah, been busy doing that. We've also been working hard on our other YouTube channel for our company, so if you're interested in that, go and find our Bluefix YouTube channel. Now, I'm back. Okay, let's do some stuff. I've just been crazy busy with work, but now still busy with work. But actually, I got something to film now, and it's quite interesting because I had a bit of disaster with my van. The MOT was due. Yeah, it failed quite badly, and I'm trying to get prices for it. Trying to get prices to get it fixed. It needs a bit of welding and a few other bits and pieces. So as you can tell, I'm not in my van, and I am in a motorhome. Feels so weird. Feels very strange. Feels like I don't know. Feels like I'm cheating. I'm gonna be staying in a van that I haven't built myself. But it's a lovely motorhome. It is in fact my parents' motorhome. They've kindly lent this to me for a week or two because I've got to try and get my van fixed. So, as it stands, I think I may have to go down the motorhome route because the space. You know, if I want to do van trips with my wife and my children, it's so much easier in a motorhome with all the space, the secluded privacy bathroom and shower, and I think I'm gonna have to get a motorhome. So this is gonna be a bit of a test. Mark and I, my business partner Mark, also, it happens that his van is broken at the minute. He's trying to fix something on his van, so he hasn't got his van either. So he's borrowing a motorhome as well. So both of us who drive self-build Ivecos have driven up north for a week to do some work up here near Leicester, and we're both in motorhomes. It's just really, really strange. It just feels so weird. I was driving on the M25. A couple of motorhomes go past and wave at me, and I'm like, oh no. I feel somehow older because I'm in a motorhome. That's weird, isn't it? I don't know, it just feels really strange. Anyway, let's show you this van. It's a Ducato. Just got a load of tools on the passenger seat because I have to bring all my tools in here. Let's go around and let's show you what the van is all about. So it's a bit filthy, it's a bit dirty, but this is the van. It's a big old van. Got a double bed there, double bed at the back. It's actually got 3 double beds. So here's the cab, and above the cab you've got a double bed. It's a nice big double bed with 2 windows. You've got a wardrobe behind the passenger seat. Opposite the entrance to the side, you've got a dining area here. Lots of cupboard space. You've got a bathroom, another dining area down there, and a nice big long kitchen here. So yeah, you've got 3 big beds in here. One that turns into a bed, this turns into a bed, and that's already a double up there. So it's a lot of space. I would have that permanently fixed as a double bed, maybe. I don't know. It's really quite nice to have a social van like this. Yeah, this would be where it would work, but I'm sleeping up there tonight. That leaves. Oh, I haven't put this backrest on. Let's put that on, shall we? There we go. Loads of cupboard space, and it's got a gas heater, TV and microwave, and a bathroom, toilet, and shower. So it's not just like it's actually got a separate toilet and a separate shower. It's a massive shower here. So yeah, this is my parents' motorhome. I'm so thankful for them to lend it to me so I'm able to still work. gonna have a bit of luxury for 3 days, I think. I'm gonna go and try and plug it in. Plug it in? I don't ever plug in my van. However, so this isn't just a standard motorhome. We have done some work on it over the years. Fitted a lot more solar, some different batteries, you know, Victron, MPPT, Orion, and Smart Shunt. Or actually, that's a 712 battery monitor. But let's go and try and find a power lead and try and plug in. Yeah, for those that don't know, we've been crazy busy at work, doing a lot of travelling, but most of the time now people come to our unit and we install Victron gear and Victron batteries or Eco-Tree batteries into motorhomes and camper vans, and yeah, we're really happy with how well it's going. So because people have been coming to us, it's been a while since I've been on the road. Before we started having people come to us at the unit, yeah, we would be travelling all the time. Mark and I would travel all up and down the country, just plan a big route, plan a job here, job there, just plan a big few weeks worth of work and just get on the road. And I loved that. I really did enjoy that. I do like this though. I do like travelling, seeing new things, staying at new places. But anyway, motorhome. It's literally, look at me the way I'm sat. It's so comfy. I got the wine out ready for Mark when he gets it. Excuse me. Been battling cold for the last few weeks. Yeah, I've got some wine out for when Mark gets here. It's just so big. It's just so much space. The galley, the walkway is much bigger than mine in my van, and you've got a big bathroom, shower. Another dining seating area there, and bed up there. It's just ridiculous how much space there is. However, saying that, because it is wide, because it is boxy, the wind I noticed driving here today. My van is big. I've got a big van, so you noticed the wind. But yeah, this is a square box. Oh, well, it's saying goodbye to the sun. The sun's just going down over there. So anyway, we're up near Sheffield? No, Leicester. Near Leicester for 3 days, or 3 nights at the site, and 2 or 3 days of work. Goodbye, sun. Just poking down. Almost gone. Yeah, I don't know. I love my van, but it is becoming quite expensive to keep on the road. And it's leaking. So, and it's got, we had all that heavy rain, and it's been leaking from somewhere on the roof. It's got damp in there, and it smells a bit funky in there now. It's not been used for a while, over whole Christmas, New Year's, a couple of weeks off in January. And then, yeah, my MOT failure. So, I'm all about the off-grid thing. So if I got a motorhome, I wouldn't, you know, I would love to do it, just to set it up with proper electrics, because motorhomes don't come with good off-grid electrics. They come with enough electrics to plug in that campsites. That's why we're so busy, because motorhomes are built to go from site to site, and if you wanted to stay away a few days, a weekend, without plugging in, then you can't. They don't come with that many batteries. Even the brand new motorhomes, they're just not very well. The electrics aren't great, which is why we're doing quite well. But that's what I would do if I bought this motorhome, for instance. Although this motorhome's been done, but if I had a motorhome, then yeah, I would love to fill every nook and cranny on the roof with solar and get some lithium batteries and set up a nice little Victron cupboard. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can't afford to do anything really. I might have to sell my van. Well, I will have to sell my van, but I don't know if I'll get much for it. Maybe get an MOT on it. It's going to cost a few grand, a couple of grand probably to get through the MOT. But if I do that, then I can sell it for, I don't know, X amount of money. I mean, it's done a lot of miles, but iVecos will go on and on. If you know, I've met people that have done 400, 500,000 miles in iVecos. Mine's done 270. And I will really miss it if it goes. Ideally, I'd have 2 vehicles. A smaller Ducato or something, self-build van for me to scratch my self-build itch, and then I can go travelling for work in it. And then I'd have a motorhome for family holidays. I got my daughter who's 10. I got my son who's 15 months. And my wife's pregnant again. Another one due in June. Is it June 17th? If it's not, I hope she doesn't see this, because I'll be in trouble. Anyway, it's another one due this year. So, in my van, it's just not possible. Even with just my little one. Well, my daughter and I go away in my van all the time. It's fine, because there's a big sofa down there that she can sleep on. I've got a big bed at the top of my van. But yeah, when Becca and I and Abel, our little son, are in the van, it's just, there's nowhere for babies to sleep. Whereas here, you could kind of, if you had this layout for babies, you could just have a little barrier to stop babies falling off, and they could sleep up there. They're perfectly safe up there. Perhaps, maybe not newborns, but, and it's got a curtain across there. You can shut that off, and you've still got space. You can walk past each other in here, because there's so many perks to having a motorhome. But the one flaw that I struggle with is how they look. They're just boxes. And I like my van. I like how I've made it kind of all-terrainy and off-roady, and big roof rack, ladders on the side, off-road tyres, all my light bars all the way around, and cameras and everything. I love what I've done with it. It's just not enough space in it. It wasn't built at the time. I didn't build it for a family. I built it for, you know, a couple of people. If I knew that it would last another 5 years, then I would strip it out completely and rebuild it sort of to suit a family, you know. I need to get an expert. I need to get someone to look at it who knows what they're doing and can potentially save it. It needs all the underneath, all the underside, like jet washing, treating, underseal, painting, whatever, just to protect that from getting any more welding needing doing. I need someone to do that for me. Does anyone know anyone that can do that? I'll pay you, obviously, or even someone to just help me with it. We just make a weekend out of it, and I'll supply all the beer and all the barbecue food or whatever, you know. I need a pit. I'd like a pit to drive over, or ramps to get it up. I don't want to lay on my back on the cold floor and pressure washing it and get covered in stuff. Yeah, the space in here. But yeah, you'd want to get rid of the gas heater. Bit of diesel heaters in. A couple of diesel heaters. I would fit a bubble water heating system. I would get rid of all the gas and just have a 3 kVA multi-plus in here. Full electric cooking, lots of solar, big lithium batteries. That's what I do with it. And then you'd never need to plug in. I feel cheating right now. It's luxury. I'm plugged in over here, but I feel like I'm cheating. I've got a little electric heater down here, just plugged into a plug socket. Feels cheaty. Losing the light now. Come on, Mark. I want my business partner and drinking partner to arrive. We can open a bottle of wine in a bit. Alright, I'm going to stop waffling for a minute. But yeah, I'm seriously considering switching sides and getting a motorhome. Right, I got the gas fire on. I've just lit this gas fire here. I've not used a gas heater before. I won't sleep with it on. But I'm making it all cozy in here. I've got all the lights on. I've shut in the blinds, that one and that one. the curtain that goes across the cab here. Yet to shut the blinds on the 2 windows up the top on this bed here. Nor this one. I pulled the net of curtains across, but the blind for that window's actually broken at the minute. But yeah, it is cosy. It's getting warmer in here now. Still waiting for Mark. I know it's dark. Mark's coming. It is Motorhome, I think. Oh my goodness, it looks big. Yeah, I'll shine my light so we can see where we go. So weird because we're not used to having motorhomes. So weird. Here he comes anyway. I don't know what he's borrowed. Here he is. It is Motorhome. It's a Kontiki. It's an R-Reg Kontiki. Hello. What are we doing in motorhomes, mate? No. This is so weird.
Luke's old life.
Yeah, you're great. You're fine. You're out the road. There you go.
I'm straight.
You're very straight. That's it. All right, we're gonna figure out how to plug Mark's van in.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a bit. I'll be back in a minute. He finally got here.
Motor.
And he's eating stale crisps that I found in the cupboard.
Needs must.
Yeah, motorhome life isn't so bad at the minute.
Yeah, right.
First successful night staying in a motorhome. If I look tired, it's because we didn't go to bed till fairly late. And there's a bag full of empty bottles. But yeah, there's Mark over there. I just went and said hello to him. He slept pretty good. I've got to do some tidying up. But I slept up the top there. It's fairly cold here at the minute, so I had my little electric heater on all night, but it doesn't really do much in a space this size. But I'm sure it's better than if I didn't have it. I woke up at about 6 o'clock this morning, banged the gas heater on here for an hour. Yeah, and that makes a big difference. It's a good little heater. It's a different heat though, isn't it? I'm not used to a gas heater, so it's a bit of a damp, moist heat, if that makes sense. Whereas the diesel heaters that I'm used to is a dry heat. And I'm not going to enjoy van life at all if I don't have a heater. I've become a bit of a van life snob. I love my diesel heater. And just tidy up, get the van ready for travel, and best get off to work. Good morning on this, from this campsite. I'll put the name of the campsite on the screen. There's the van I slept in last night. This is Mark's van that he's borrowing. Similar size, completely different layout inside. I'll show you the layouts later on when we get back from work, but we've got to get to work now. Good morning.
Morning.
Did you sleep okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's day 2 of Luke's old man life.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, isn't it? Us staying in motorhomes.
It's a bit of an old crock, this, but
later on when we get back from work, we'll show everybody what the different layouts are.
But it works. It kept me warm, it kept me dry, it kept me comfy.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to work. Smoke. Let's go. I hope I'm not plugged in. I've just definitely unplugged the van. Yeah, look at this site. It's something fishery. There's loads of people fishing all around these lakes. Filthy window. Hey, just finished a day's work. If you want to see us do all our work stuff, we have another channel called Vanlifeuk, where we do all our sort of electrical installations. Yeah, that's fine. Talking to the camera anyway. Yeah, a lot of our work that we do is all filmed and on our Vanlifeuk YouTube channel. So go and check that out if you're interested in kind of electrics. So yeah, we just popped to Morrison's for some food. We're gonna have a curry night tonight. I'm not used to having like oven and stuff, so we're gonna make the most out of it. We're gonna have a curry night tonight. I've got pizza and stuff for the oven to cook in the oven tomorrow. So yeah, gonna make the most of this whole motorhome situation. We bought some wine, of course, a beer to go with the curry. Gotta have a beer with a curry. Anyway, back to the campsite. Right.
Luke's old van life.
Oh.
Old man life.
Luke's old man life.
Luke's old man life in a motorhome.
How you finding motorhome life then, mate?
Well, clunky, noisy and a bit smoky.
Film me or you?
Okay.
Not the thing.
I'm a film there. Motorhome life is clunky, noisy and a bit smoky, but I've got an old smoky Joe which someone was lent to me very kindly. Whilst my van is being repaired.
This one's quite smoky too.
Yeah, but it's it's a bit more refined than my old girl.
But it's luxury, isn't it? We've
Isn't
got
it?
plenty of toys in here, so I'm not used to. Mark's used to it. I'm not used to having an oven in here. So tonight I'm cooking pizza.
Pizza!
I would be looking at you if Mark was aiming at me.
I am looking at you.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, pizza and garlic bread. That's my dinner. What's your dinner?
I got tapas. Yeah, I can make my own tapas. So yeah, I thought that'd be quite nice. With some meats and some olives, some stuffed tomatoes. Yeah, very nice actually. It's healthy, you see.
Oh.
You are what you eat.
Pizza and garlic bread is not healthy. But neither is what we just bought from Morrison's, is it, really?
Ah, no, come on. I mean, we just finished the job, so we thought we'd allow ourselves a couple of bottles of wine and maybe a couple of bottles of cider.
It's going to be a fun evening.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Going back to the campsite now. Yeah, have a few drinks, make some dinner. Tomorrow we're going to potentially have a business meeting somewhere, aren't we?
Yeah, we are indeed. So maybe more about that later. But right now we're going to go and celebrate. Probably do a little bit of work because we've got a few quotes to do.
Oh, we do, don't we?
There's always quotes to do, isn't there? Yeah, and chill out for a bit, and then yeah, we should see what happens.
If anybody wants any electrical parts or installation from us, you know what to do. Let us know.
Yeah. www.bluefix.co.uk. Email address is contact@bluefix.co.uk. But yeah, anything you need, any parts you need, our e-shop is open as well, so you can buy a Victron kit and various other bits and pieces from the website, from the e-commerce site. So yeah, have a look around and see what you like. Pricing's pretty good.
We'll see you later on.
Bye bye.
So you can see why Mark and our company is doing really well, because motorhomes straight out of the shop just don't offer much more than drive from your house to a campsite, plug in, use that mains electrics, have to find somewhere to buy gas, burning gas, you're using mains electric. There is no off-grid capacity to buy motorhomes out of the shop. If you buy a brand new one today, a lot of them will come with a small 100-watt solar panel, and they think that that's going to trickle charge a leisure battery enough to be a little bit more off-grid, but it doesn't work. It's not enough. They give you one AGM or gel battery or something like that, but you can see why we're doing well, because a lot of people want to save money. So yeah, you have an initial investment up front of lithium or AGM batteries, more solar panels and chargers and inverters and things, but that's what it needs. And this van here in particular is my parents', so yeah, over the last years we've added a big solar panel to it. We've got two solar panels on here, so one massive one, I think it's a 360-watt panel, which does the leisure batteries in here. And they're not lithium batteries, but they are, to be fair, always charged. They're always full. There's also a smaller solar panel which is looking after the starter battery of the van, so that's always charged. So without adding solar and decent batteries, motorhome life, it wouldn't work for me. I don't want to do sites. We're on a campsite now, and it's a bit of luxury. We're plugging in, we're enjoying ourselves. Plug in, hey, we've got free power, but ultimately, I'm not happy with that. I'd rather create my own electricity. I'd rather be off-grid and not need anything. So electric cooking in motorhomes and camper vans is the future. Induction hobs, air fryers, all run off electricity. Power provided by the sun or DC charging. So that's it. Heating wise in motorhomes, it's all gas. I don't want to use gas It's not a cheap way of heating your van. Certainly not heating. Cooking, yeah, okay, I can see it. You don't use much gas when cooking. But this gas heater that I'm in this van has been on a lot because it's quite cold. And it uses a lot of gas. So a diesel heater for me is the win. It's also a drier heater. It's a nicer heat from a diesel heater, I think, or from an air heater. So yeah, motorhome, I love the space. I love the luxury. I don't like how they look. I prefer a van. My van is pretty gnarly looking. It's a piece of junk and rusty and stuff, but it's like a off-roady, all-terrain. LED lights everywhere, and I've got cameras, and I've got the all-terrain tyres, and it's kind of I think it looks cool. Motorhomes are just boxes on wheels, but you got to draw the line. I don't know. There's a line, isn't there, between looks and comfort, and this is comfy. Sitting here now, I've had a glass of wine already. Sitting in my pyjama trousers. I'm comfy, and it's nice. It's a nice space, and for I'm a family man now. We're having, you know, more kids, so the space is needed. I certainly couldn't live in my van, even though it's a big old van I've got. I couldn't live in that van or travel for long periods of time in that van with my wife and I and 1 or 2 children, maybe even 3. So I need a motorhome. I'm gonna have to have a motorhome, but I still need that self-build. I've still got that self-build itch that I need to scratch. So it's, my van is probably going to go for 1 more MOT, and I'm probably going to sell it soon. And I want to buy like a smaller van, like a Ducato Relay Boxer. That kind of van is what I'd like for myself, so I can travel around on my own for work and to go to shows and things. And I'd like to have a motorhome, maybe not quite this large, for my family, for doing family holidays. That's how I'm going to be able to get my family to agree and, you know, be happy to go away in the van if I got a bit more space. I still need to travel. I really need that in my life, and having a motorhome, going away on family holidays, it's a cheap way of holidaying. You know, all you need is diesel and gas if you're using gas. But if you're in a profession like mine, I can get cheap. I've got access to all the electrics, so if I set the motorhome up how I'd like, fully off grid, all electric cooking, then makes sense. So we got a work call to do now. I'll cook some dinner this evening, have a few drinks, but we've got to do a work call first. A couple more quotes to do, and then we're just gonna chill. This is our evening. I'm cooking stuff in an oven. I've got pizza and garlic bread in an oven. I've got a pull-out chopping board. Dining area there, dining area here. I've got too many dining areas for one van. I've got like moisture catchers there. This van hasn't been used for a little bit, so my parents lay these things out in the van to catch any moisture. But when you're using it and you're constantly doors open and shut, getting fresh air in here, got the heating on and fresh air and heating and fresh air, then you don't really get any damp. I've actually got a proper gas oven. I'm cooking some dinner. A little chopping board here. I'm going to cut the pizza up. I've got the old Alexa playing some music there. Stop! Don't say anything. Shh.
Thanks for the feedback.
You're welcome. No worries. She's playing some music right now. We've been doing some work here. We've had 3 bottles of wine. 3 bottles of wine. We've got 1 more bottle of red for dinner. It's a good evening. It's a good evening. Anyway, motorhome living, it seems to be pretty good. It seems to be cracked up to quite a lot. I don't know what I'm saying right now. My bed's up there. Oh, I want this van. I want this van. I think I could have quite good times with the family going away in this van. This van's only done 35,000 miles. By the way, my parents are probably selling this van. If you're interested in buying a van, it's a great van. They've looked after it. It's immaculate inside. Like I say, 35,000 miles. The outside's got a few signs of adventures. We've had a lot of adventures in this van. We've been all over Spain, Europe and Scotland and Cornwall and Lake District. We've done lots of travelling, so there's a few scuffs and scratches on it from trees and things. But if you're looking for a van and you're interested in buying a really good run around reliable van, it pains me to say it, but this van is for sale. I want to buy it myself. I'm going to try and buy it myself, but if I don't, this van could be yours. My timer's going off, meaning my pizza needs to be checked. I'm going to do that now. If I don't see you again this evening, have a nice evening. I'll probably see you in the morning. Eating dinner motorhome style. Well, this is unusual.
Look how different it is. I got tapas, which is nice and healthy.
He had a nice meal there. It did look good before, you know.
Yeah, but demolished it mostly.
He's eating most of it.
Carbs over there, look. Wow.
Mr. Carl here. Pizza and garlic bread.
Mr. Protein here.
It does look great. It did look really nice. I just don't think it looks filling for me. This would fill me up. That, yeah, filling.
Very good. Enjoying it, mate.
We're on the wine. Mark's opened the red. I'm not quite caught up enough yet.
I don't normally drink, but tonight I'll make an exception.
You're not as drunk as some thinking people I am.
No, I'm not as drunk as some thinking people I am, no.
So, we had a good night last night. May have been a little bit more drunk than I planned to be or thought I was at the time. You know when you've had a few drinks and someone says to you, you're drunk, and you say, I'm not drunk, you deny it. Why do we deny it? I was definitely merry. Anyway, washing up to do and then we're off the road. We're gonna go, we've got a business meeting to do, but that is our, these moisture catchers. I left them in the sink. Anyway, I'll do the washing up, we've got a business meeting to go and do, and then I'll be heading back. And that is my motorhome trip for this week done. I may need to ask my parents to borrow it again for some upcoming work, and but we'll see. Right, let's do this washing up.